So you use step 4 when you know an angle and at least one length of the triangle. But you've got to know the angle and one length of the triangle to use the SOHCAHTOA rule. However, what happens if you know 2 lengths but no angle? This is the key now, and this is step 5. If you know at least, you've got to know at least 2 lengths. If you know 2 lengths of that triangle, no matter it's 2, and you want to determine any angle in that triangle, you can, using the inverse function of SOHCAHTOA. And it looks like this on your calculator. It'll be sin to the -1, cosine to the -1, or tan to the -1. You use the second function on your calculator. You'll have a thing saying second function, and you'll see sin to the -1. That means the inverse function. This is saying what angle will give you the answer. So if you know an angle and a length, you use SOHCAHTOA. If you don't know the angle, you just know 2 lengths, you use the inverse function to find out what the angle would be. Yeah? Let's have an example. Determine the angle at point B when you know that BC is 5 centimetres and AC is 13 centimetres. So looking at the SOHCAHTOA rule, we know the opposite and the adjacent. So we know the opposite and adjacent. Which function do we know that's got the opposite and the adjacent? Well, in SOHCAHTOA, it's the tangent. So the tangent equals the adjacent divided by the opposite. So we know the tangent of the angle equals 5 divided by 13, which is 0.3846. So to determine the angle which gives you this, you use the inverse function. So all you do is you put on your calculator the inverse function, the inverse tan to the -1, and you put down the angle of tan 0.3846, it'll tell you the angle. And if you put in inverse function of tan -1 of 0.3846, it'll come out at 37 degrees. That's the angle there, 37 degrees.